Good morning, lovies. So, I wanted to share this with you. Something that I'm doing next month for my brother's anniversary. It's been what will be 29 years since he passed, which feels like another lifetime. But when I was little, I can't even tell you how old I was because I didn't write anything on this. When I colored this for him, I had this picture from a coloring book that I gave him when I was little, and I always hang it up in my room, and I've had it for, well, this long, and who knows how long he had it when I gave it to him. So I found this after he passed away in his memorial memory box thing, and so I've always kept it. Dragons are my favorite. They're kind of like my spirit animal, and so as you can see, like, it looks like it's broken out of its bonds and it's flying above the clouds. And originally I was going to do a Bloodsport tattoo, but I think I'm gonna do this. I've decided, and then I'm gonna do a quote from the movie Bloodsport that I will always treasure, and it'll be a good memory, I think. Well, for him. So, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but there's this, some people call it cheesy, but I think it's a really sweet scene in the hospital when Jackson he's in recovery, and it's the day before the last day of the Kumite tournament, and so Jackson gets hurt, and that's just why he's there, and then Jean-Claude gets the chance to win it all. It's the story about Frank Dukes, if you're ever curious. It's a very good movie, really good story. Anyway, but there's a scene between him. Jackson says, "Anytime, any place, anywhere, if you ever need me, I'll be there." And then Jean-Claude says, "I love you, my friend." And I think it's just a really sweet moment. So I'm gonna get that tattooed on my right thigh, kind of like tarot card size, maybe a little bit bigger. And then the words "in the clouds," I think. So anyway, that's my plan. But I just wanted to share that little piece with you. Happy New Year, January 2nd. I'm feeling a little bit creative, so I'm gonna try and draw or do something today. I don't have to work, so I can relax. My tattoos are healing nicely. Some of the stars have kind of faded a little bit already, but that's okay. They will once they heal more. But I am going to have her put in some blue and fill up the freckles just a little bit more. And then I'm going to do a goldfish on my hand for the baby steps motto for myself. And if I have time, maybe the poem on my ribs. We'll see how far I get that day. So anyway, that'll be in a couple of weeks. And yeah, next 2 Saturdays from now. So I'm going to do some cards with you, just because I'm feeling a little bit, I don't want to say melancholy, but I thought about putting on my purple dress today, and I feel more comfortable in what I'm wearing today. But sometimes I just want to wear it, Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So, anyway, this makes me really happy. I think it'll be a good good tribute to him. Okay. my moon deck. So I pulled Caress, Love and Love and Mother Yourself. That's kind of how I'm feeling I need to do today. Love and mother myself. I feel like I'm working on some new things, so I'm starting down a new, I don't want to say side quest, but a new path to work on some inner work. And I always feel a little bit lost when I start something new, something out of my comfort zone. And that's okay to feel lost. Just gotta keep doing what you do. I keep doing my routine, and it helps me get clarity and insight and kind of see my way ahead. So my self-care deck also tells me to nurture myself. I had a really hard day. Nurture yourself with a cup of cocoa and a hot water bottle. Think of someone who nurtured you when you were young. Treat yourself with the same kindness. I think that's well, 2 cards tell me to mother myself. I guess I better do that today, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna go with the traditional deck first this time. And also, this is the first time I've had peace tea since I quit smoking. Progress. Ooh, lost my hair tie. Okay. So I can close this. Okay. Book. Alright, I'm just gonna shuffle these a little bit. How you doing today? What are you working on? What would you like to see on this channel? I'm still kind of figuring it out, but if you're here, thank you for being here. This one just popped out when I was shuffling the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what that says. I know I've driven this before. Ace, yes. It's 4 times for me on this one. Okay. The Ace brings a divine gift of the abundance which increases your possibilities for material security. It represents a surge of personal power and energy which you can use to increase your material abundance and build a more solid foundation for your endeavors. It may indicate a new awareness of growing a skill or talent, or new opportunities to practice those skills and talents. When the Ace of Pentacles appears, it brings a favorable condition for manifesting ideas, for starting a business, or a new professional or artistic project. Everything may seem to fall into place so that suddenly you have all the resources you need, or a burst of inspiration may remind of resources that are already available to you. This Ace brings the potential for building a greater sense of self-worth and a feeling of inner as well as outer security. So the materialistic stuff, I don't think that really speaks to me because I'm trying to enjoy what I have, and I mean, the things I've bought have been secondhand mostly this year. I want to keep doing that, but I'm going to try and not go so often, because I feel like the more I bring in, like I haven't given myself time to enjoy the things that I've brought into my space. So this weekend I'm gonna slow down. Maybe do some art, journal. I did some coloring last night and this morning. So maybe a new art project. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to go to my Kawaii deck. And then I'll go to my new deck. Okay, let's a little bit of shuffle. So what are your intentions for the new year? What are you working on? How's your journey going? One of the things I wanted to, that I pulled yesterday at the end of the solstice journey, that after the 12 days since winter solstice to New Year's Day, yesterday was the last one I don't burn, but this one is like one that I'm going to work on. If you didn't hear yesterday's, it was to grow my channel and to seek my coven and to become a community. So I'm trying to make this a community, a safe space. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Share what's going on with you. You know, I'd love to touch base with you guys. So death again. Is that little possum? I'm not sure. A little anyway, yeah, but see that there's the dawn and poking through. So it's like it's the end of a cycle, but the beginning of something great. So let me read that one to you. I think it's perfect for the new year, honestly. Okay, that is like halfway, I think. So that's Devil's 15, Death is 13. Okay, so that is 9 times for me. Okay. Yeah, perfect for New Year's. Keywords: release, endings, transformation, and change. Many fear this card, and perhaps with a good reason, for it carries a powerful energy. It rarely indicates a literal death, but it does mean a change, a process of release and transformation which we must allow to happen if we are to move forward. Endings inevitably bring sadness, but almost every image of this card shows a new dawn beyond the skeleton, a new beginning on the horizon. In most cases, changes heralded by the death card are natural changes, for ultimately death is simply a part of life, one of life's few inevitabilities. The cycle of life, death, and rebirth is a foundation of all things, and it must be acknowledged as such. The Hanged Man brings us to an awareness of what we need to release, and the Death card describes that process of release. It may be messy and painful. It may be a relief and a source of joy. Either way, it's powerful and brings about deep transformation. We live in a world that often encourages us to ignore what is difficult, but it is there, in those places, that the greatest power and potential lies. Death is usually seen as something to be feared, but it is actually the unknown that we fear, for who can really know what happens after we die? Symbolically, our ego resists change because of this same fear of the unknown. The image of the dawn in the background of the card shows the positive potential of the unknown, the chance to experience life and all its glory. So in a reading, this card indicates a process of inevitable change and the need to acknowledge it rather than resisting or fighting against it. And don't hide from it. Whether it's an outdated emotional pattern or a job we no longer enjoy, saying goodbye to the past is the only way to move into our future. Sometimes we may be held back by unresolved feelings from our past, and acknowledging and releasing these clears the space. Oh, E.T., sorry. Clears the space for a new beginning. New beginning. New 2026. some different music on today. It's another one with no ads, but it's like pictures of all these mushrooms in a forest with like all these little lights. It's pretty. I like finding all these ones with no ads. Okay, so now I have my shiny deck, my new tarot deck, new energy into the mix. Okay, I'm just gonna shuffle this one a couple times. Whoa, what's this one? This one just fell out. This is the Seven of Cups. So let's see what that says. That's 4 times for me on that one. Okay. The Seven of Cups is traditionally seen as a card of daydreaming and wishful thinking, of having so many options that you're unable to settle on any of them. The 7 cups in the image are often shown full of various items which may tempt us, such as jewels, fruits, and the snake, which symbolizes regeneration, or the laurel wreath, which symbolizes victory. When the 7 of Cups appears, you may be feeling that you want it all, or that you have no idea what you want. The 7 of Cups can symbolize illusions and excess of imagination. This is a card of abundance, but it also indicates a need for discernment, for looking closely at each option and deciding whether it is superficial or meaningful. Something that we truly want, or is it something imposed on us by others? So that's what I think about when I go even thrift store shopping. Like, yeah, I'm only paying like $2 for a thing, but is it something I really want? Is it something I really need? Or is it, whatever in the outside world telling me that I need this because of whatever reason? So I think about that when I bring something into my space. This discernment is necessary to bring the products of your imagination into tangible reality. Daydreaming, wishful thinking, so many options you can't settle on. I feel like that's like, since I've stopped streaming stuff as much, I feel like I don't get lost in that either. Instead of like doom scrolling, I don't like try and scroll through all the apps or whatever and try and watch something, wasting, an hour, however long to find something when there's like such an abundance of choice. I feel like when I look at the things that I have, the physical media, the movies, whatever, CDs, music, records, I can pick what I want, and that's what I'm going to watch, that's what I'm going to listen to, and that's it. I don't have to get interrupted by ads. I can watch, I can pause, I can watch all the bonus stuff if I want. It's all there for me, so it's nice having less distraction. Okay, one more card. This. Three of Pentacles. That's cool graphic, little church, Gothic, whatever windows. 3 of Pentacles, let's see. I've had that one before. Yes, 8 times now. Okay. When the 3 of Pentacles appears, you may find yourself working with others in a team or group, making your contribution and enjoying the support of others. This is a card of shared effort, of coming together to build something that is greater than the sum of its parts. It can also symbolize the need and ability to ground your creative vision in a physical work, to take steps you need to bring your dream into reality. The 3 of Pentacles indicates our skills, our mastery of them, and our ability to use them to achieve our own and shared goals. It asks us to use them well, planning our work and working to our highest ability. This is a card of integrity, dedication, and commitment. The 3 of Pentacles also symbolizes taking satisfaction and pleasure in our work, our ability to create something from nothing. So it's been I don't know, 4 days-ish, not quite a whole week, since I've been kind of debating about my work and if I want to keep doing it and if I want to stay there or if I want to, work somewhere else. But I think I kind of decided yesterday that I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna give our new chef a chance. I'm gonna give me a chance to get more comfortable, and I love being with my dad too, so I don't want to give that up. So I think I'm gonna make it work, and see how it goes this year. So I'm just recommitting to that. And now I can spend the time working on myself on my downtime instead of, trying to figure out that situation. So I'm just gonna give myself grace and patience and just keep learning. Six of Pentacles. Looks like some kind of balance and sharing with others, possibly. Let's see what that says. 6. Okay, that's 5 times for me. The Six of Pentacles symbolizes the process of giving and receiving, the exchange of energy which sustains us and those around us. This is a card of inner and outer resources, and of giving and taking, the learning to share what we have. You may be the wealthy merchant who is able to be generous, or the poor relation who needs to accept help. I feel like I'm both in different situations of my life. Preferring to stay... Okay, many people actually find the latter more difficult, preferring to stay in the cold isolation of the 5 rather than accept an extra support that may be offered. Whichever position you are in, this card asks you to take a look at your attitudes and habits around giving and receiving. Do you give out of genuine concern for others? Or is it to make yourself feel better? Perhaps you are concerned that any help you accept might come with conditions or expectations. The Six of Pentacles brings a chance to gain awareness of these dynamics. So, yeah, yesterday we finished watching The Phantom of the Opera, and I forgot that Gerard Butler was the Phantom, and it was back in 2003, so younger, and I forgot he could sing too. Also, he did Les Mis, but I hadn't seen the movie in I don't know how long, and I found it the other day at the thrift store, and my husband never saw it either, so we watched it again over the last couple nights, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of the Phantom giving Christine this gift of music, teaching her to sing, and the accepting the help might come with conditions or expectations. So his expectation was that she would stay with him and love him because he loved her. But in the end, she loved somebody else, and he tried to take that from her. But in the end, he let her go, let her have her love. It's kind of a bittersweet story, but very moving. So, and I've had the music in my head all morning. I don't know, maybe one day I'll get tickets to actually see it in the theater. But, yeah, so just share your gifts with no expectations. Because you never know who needs them, who needs to hear something, or, takes the energy from you that you offer freely. So have some grace with yourself. Be kind to yourself in these new steps that you're taking. feel all the love that is there for you, inside and outside of yourself. And feel new, like this is a new chance for you. You're starting over. It's a new year. You can accomplish so many things. And just believe in yourself and believe you deserve good things in this world. And once you let go of the things that don't serve you, that don't bring you joy, that don't fill your cup, and you focus on yourself, you let all those negative energies go, and you start to attract what is meant for you. People, situations, love. So just keep going, and I'm proud of you, and know that I love you. Alright? Okay. Until tomorrow, lovies.